Well, I'm famous. But with the fame comes the haters. I'm a people pleaser. I step up to the plate. I don't disappoint nobody. That's why I brought in the big guns. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And I know some powerful people in higher places. So I brought in one of the biggest names in Hollywood, Courtney Bridger.
Damn, it almost sounded like I could play.
Courtney and I go way the fuck back. How old were we when we first met?
5.
I think 5's about right. But we have gone our separate ways.
We have.
In
This is our breakup video.
But this is the reuniting. The Cape Town arc is where we've reconnected, except Courtney is now a big time celeb and I'm just making videos for YouTube. Let's find out a bit more about this young character. Tell me, Courtney. What do you think of Daniel Jones?
How do I get into film? What better way to live than selling your soul to Hollywood? It's my time, it's my weekends, being asked to work 6-day weeks, 6-day unpaid. Now I'm unemployed, haven't worked in 3 months.
Give us a tour here. What exactly are we upgrading to?
We are upgrading to the absolute best. So FX30, Sony, very good camera. Then we have Shinobi Atomos monitor.
Boy.
You will never need anything else.
Ironically, we have not addressed in any way. Ironically, we have not addressed in any way the fact that all the comments were about the audio. Shut up! So now that I've chosen these 3 lovely boys over here, the next part of the project wasn't as a blockbuster Michael Bay exciting. It kind of looked a lot like, what does that even mean? What do you mean R1 million? What the fuck? So it really took more time just finding out what I needed to do, and once I found out what that was, it was actually pretty boom chaka-laka-laka, oh chaka-laka. So it was more about finding what I needed to do, and once I found out what that was, it was actually pretty chill to implement it. So today might be the day we get you up to date. So I decided to break up the next 4 to 5 months into 3 main chapters. So why is time synchronization so important? Courtney, you wanna give that a try?
Time synchronization is important.
Shut up, Courtney! No one cares. You cut the camera.
I cut the camera.
Oh, we're gonna go again.
Okay.
Let's go again.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you.
We're talking.
This is an engineering YouTube channel. We don't care about your film poo. Okay. Big picture. The goal of this project is to have multi-dimensional view of the ice. But now, when we take a picture with this camera and we take a scan with this LiDAR, if they're not taken at the exact same time, we're not looking at the exact same thing, which is a problem. What if the ice has rotated and now you got one picture with the ice like this and the next like this? So how do we address this? As I said in my last video, the goal is we're just gonna send a literal electrical signal that tells them at the exact moment, take a bloody photo right now, goddammit. And currently that's an Arduino. I'm not proud of it. I'm gonna use a better microcontroller. This is just for prototyping, okay? But how do we know that our triggers are triggering? Let me explain. So when this LiDAR does a scan and raises the flag saying, hey, I've completed 1 cycle, it then sends a signal that zooms to this computer, which then relays the same signal to a microcontroller, which then sends electronic pulse telling these 2 guys, snap a photo. This whole process may take some time, and how do we characterize how long that is? I'm doing some late night editing, and my explanation here was fucking awful. You can think of it like this. Each individual sensor has its own isolated clock. It's kind of like 3 different people in 3 different time zones across the world. Because of that, none of them can agree what time it actually is. This is super inconvenient because if you're trying to determine the trigger delay between two of the cameras, it doesn't help for one to be speaking American time and one to be speaking Australian time. So to get around this, we bring in another super accurate clock, usually on a GPS. And this guy says, "Get on my time, bitches." And it basically gives them a series of commands in order for them to align their clock with his clock. The maths and the network protocols behind this is called the Precision Time Protocol, PTP. We already covered calibration in the stereo camera episode, but that's like for like, camera to camera. But you see, thermal cameras and LiDAR cameras don't work like normal cameras, so how do you even calibrate them? A normal camera can orientate itself using this pattern, but a LiDAR doesn't see color. It only sees three-dimensional space. So, keeping in theme with the preparations for the Two Oceans Marathon happening behind me, when calibrating a LiDAR to a normal camera, the normal camera uses the checkerboard pattern and the LiDAR uses the physical dimensions of the board. But what about thermal cameras? They don't see color, they see heat. So this is actually something that I'm working on at the moment. So the general principle is, to a thermal camera, this is blank. To get around this, we take a special checkerboard where we have a thermally reflective material and a thermally absorbent material, and we heat it up, clear as day. I haven't quite cracked this whole thing because the resolution between the thermal camera and the stereo camera is different, but we're getting there. Hardware. Antarctica is an absolute bitch for hardware. There'll be whole entire videos, I'm sure, dedicated to why I chose what specific hardware. Up till now, it's been mostly ordering hardware. I ordered this case. I ordered those camera enclosures. I ordered this heating pad with this controller to keep everything nice and toasty. This represents an important inflection point in this whole series. Up till now, I've been able to collate thematic footage together, talk about a thermal camera, talk about a stereo camera. But now, we're pretty much up to date. So we're gonna switch from thematic combining to temporal combining. Trash that jargon. Basically, it's not gonna be so focused anymore. It's gonna be like, what I did in a week. So it might suck. It could well suck. But we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna see how it goes. And with that, that's a wrap, people.
Thank you.
So, Courtney, what was it like working with me?
Yeah, Daniel, invite me back anytime. I'm a little bit tight scheduling, so you're gonna have to book in advance. But yeah.